Hello, dear teacher. My name is Darío Enriquez, and this is a grade data activity for language testing. The topic for this activity is assessing writing. The principal objective for this task is analyze the tasks for assessing writing. In order to complete this activity, I choose an assessing writing task taken from an article written by May, Thompson, and Henry Wade. Right, this activity, this assessing writing task was designed for students with a level from intermediate to high level. And also they need to have a knowledge about business. And maybe they need to have a major in management business administration. And also this assessing writing task can be used as a task in a course for English language for specific purposes. How say it specifically in management business administration. This task have a real situation, and you need to analyze the real situation. You have a problem in this situation, and you have also the solution, and you need to write a document for inform to your boss about the problem, and you can implement and you can develop this solution, right? I already highlight the main parts for this situation, and in this real situation maybe you are the manager for Atlanta plant of a natural manufacturing Inc. And you incorporate and purchase a new system, a new equipment, and you select the 4 senior workers to go to Germany for advanced training in operating the equipment, right? And I don't know, but corporate management wants to use the 4 training workers as a supervisor. I don't know why happened that, but that is the instruction for corporate management. And for several good reasons, you are disagree with the decision to use these 4 training experienced workers as a supervisor. And you find a solution. And your solution is to send 4 more of the 16 people to training in Germany just as soon as the first 4 finish, right? And you decided that you must first write a memo to your boss, James Resnick, to request approval for the additional training, right? And the objective for assessing writing tasks is evaluate how the students write a request in order to have the approval for the additional training for your solution for the problem, for the situation. And the students need to write a memo, right? Next, I will analyze the assignment instruction. For this task, we have an instruction that the students can use a laptop and Microsoft Word to write a one-page communication strategy, analysis, and one-page problem solution, persuasive memo to James Resnick, right? And you may use the strategy analysis template designing for problem solution persuasive situation. And it is important that use complete sentences and proper punctuation. Grammar in your strategy analysis. And another important thing that you need to use the standard memo format. We have a format for write a memo. And another part is the time. Students have 120 minutes. and we have the suggested time allocation that the suggested say that you have 50 minutes for strategy analysis, 50 minutes for write a memo, and 20 minutes for finding, providing, and editing. Right, the grading criteria is point value 100 points. Deductions is 2 points for each content of writing mistakes based on the rubric for problem solution persuasive messages. Now we will analyze, so you will watch the parts for the rubric for this task. Okay, but first I want to say, but why it's important to have a rubric in a task, in general, or in a writing task? I choose an important point of view from the article, the practice of English second language writing instructors in assessing writing performance. This article was written for Food Faith and others. And the article say that one way of ensuring reliability is to mandate the use of a language proficiency rating scale or rubric, right? In addition to being a scoring tool, the rubric also acts as a term of reference for stakeholders, right? The rubric is a very important tool that it is important for teachers and students. For students as a reference and how the students can make the task in order to have the better grade, right? Okay, I will analyze the rubric for the assessing writing task that I choose, and we have a lot of aspects. The principal main aspects are communication strategy analysis. In this part, we have the problem, purpose, audience, and context. And also we have another main part, which is, this part is awareness of the reader. It is important to develop, analyze, or evaluate development, emphasis, diction, word choices, free language, and another aspect is the organization of the writing pattern. And also we have coherence, right? Another part that evaluate this format, document format design, spelling, abbreviation, numbers, symbols. Another aspect is punctuation, basic like commas, apostrophe, and punctuation, semicolon. Another is style, right? The style, tone, consistence, active voice, strong verbs. Another part is grammar and usage of subject, verb, agreement, pronoun forms, and verb forms. Right? Grammar is an important point for every kind of writing. Now we finished to analyze the rubric for this task, and now we have, and this chart we show the specification for assessing of writing ability. This was taken from the academic guide for the language testing subject, in which was cited Brown and Abegwick Kramer, who suggest this chart which are the specification for assessment of writing ability. And we have academic writing, job-related writing, personal writing. I think the task that I choose for this activity is part of the job-related writing. We have examples here. We have examples: messages, letter, reports, advertisements, announcement, manuals. I think the memo is part of this part of the ability, this chapter of this classification, which are raw job related right. For the analysis, also I have this brainstorm. We have the types of responsive and extensive writing task. And we have a paraphrasing, guided question and answer, paragraph construction task, strategic option, standardized test of responsive writing, right? And I think the task that I choose is part of this type, which is responsive and extensive writing task. We have the order that to assess responsive extensive writing open in this task, such as writing short reports, essays, summaries. That's why I think it's part of this chapter, because it's a memo, and also we have a standardized templates. And that's why I think the task that I choose is part of this type, right? And finally, I choose this task for this activity because I think it's a very important, a very difficult assessing writing task. And maybe in the future I will study English for a specific purpose, and I think it's a very important step to know how are the tasks, the assessing tasks and the activities, right? And also I think these tasks have all components that this activity need, and it is important to know that all parts the task, like, for this activity, the rubric, the objectives, and this task has everything. That's why I choose this task. And also because we can make a connection between subjects, because I have another homework with the subject methodology for teaching English for a specific purpose. And also we have to design a material for teaching writing activity. I think is a very important aspect that we can connect both subjects. And that's my explanation. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much, teacher.